Well, Guillermo Del Toro finally did it. He finally earned that elusive Best Picture and Best Director Oscar. And apparently all he had to do was create a movie about a woman fucking a fish person.
Say, Eric, do you like fish sticks?
Kidding aside, holy shit, this movie is fantastic. And at this point in time, we should stop being surprised that Guillermo Del Toro delivered yet another wonderful film filled to the brim with wonderful performances, breathtaking visuals, memorable characters, and a story that hits you square in the heart. The movie takes place during the Cold War, well, the one that isn't happening right now, and follows Eliza, who is a disabled woman who has been unable to speak since birth. She works the night shift as a janitor in a top-secret U.S. government laboratory in Baltimore, but things get interesting when she begins to befriend and get romantically attached to an intelligent aquatic creature that is being tortured by the government, and because of this, Eliza plans a desperate escape in order to save the creature's life. The first thing I truly notice is how effective Eliza's relationship with the creature is developed into such a heartwarming relationship that rivals any of Hollywood's greatest romances, and despite the fact that her being with a fish person could have been seen as bizarre, the development of the two's love for each other is quite sweet, and you will find yourself getting attached to the idea of them as a pair as quickly as when they first meet. However, what truly makes this romance incredible is that it is entirely devoid of dialogue. As I said before, Eliza has a disability where she can't speak, and the creature is incapable of speaking other than to say, "Ah!" Though if he sounded like Rob Halford, that would be kind of sexy. So the entirety of the character development and chemistry between the two is made possible by the incredible filmmaking of Del Toro via the placement of the camera and its movements, sound design that emphasizes nonverbal communication, writing that reinforces essential themes and motifs, and the terrific performances by Sally Hawkins and Doug Jones. In fact, applause must be given all around to the great acting in the film, because despite the fact that Hawkins and Jones are the stars of the show, The Shape of Water is an ensemble performance, and it is no surprise that many of the actors in the movie were nominated for some golden hardware. Firstly, there is Richard Jenkins as Giles, who is a gay man that is friends and neighbors with Eliza, who delivers some great lines and adds context to the film's themes, which we'll get into later. Octavia Spencer is Zelda, not that one. She's Eliza's coworker who is always likable at like all times. I mean, it's Octavia Spencer. You'd have to be a shit of a human being not to like her. And then there is our detestable antagonist Richard Strickland, played by Michael Shannon, who delivers one of the best performances of his career as a man who can go from zero to batshit crazy in less than a second, which is exactly one of Michael Shannon's greatest talents as an actor, because he's always great as acting as people on the edge of their sanity. To put it mildly, in The Shape of Water, Michael Shannon's character, Richard Strickland, is a sexist racist who quotes scripture but never adheres to it, which ultimately ties into the film's themes of how people who are minorities, i.e. whether it be gender, race, disability, sexuality, nation of origin, and fish person, are and were othered by hypocritical Leave It to Beaver suburban social conservatives, and by God is this relevant and needs further exploration in another video. But suffice to say, judging by these themes and motifs, The Shape of Water is about how people that aren't straight white men are ostracized by society, and in how those said discriminated classes handle that said ostracization and find a way to persevere anyway. So yeah, a great message for modern times, and the reason as to why this film will have a cultural staying power, well, other than the fact that it has great characters, writing, it's beautifully shot, the inventive sets, and of course Guillermo Del Toro's great filmmaking.
I mean, it's terrific.
Yeah, this one's gonna be relatable to people for a long time, and you owe it to yourself to go see this one. I give The Shape of Water a 5 out of 5. Please subscribe. See ya.